Hello, welcome to my show. My name is Karynn Weinstein. Welcome. I'm here to talk to you about my feelings of the people, protesters, entering the Capitol Hill. I'm sorry that that had to happen. It was at no fault of mine, but fault of President Trump. Nobody expected this, what happened today. We should have, but we didn't see it. I'm not supporting anyone, but if you look at the crowd that's protesting, the most white American people. These are the people who have been suppressed, not having a good job, uneducated. It affects the realm of many, many. These people finally are finding goodness in a president that thinks about them. Or does he? That's what gives him his political power. He helped those people. Did he help me? Because I'm at the levels of all those protesters, financially and housing. I'm happy things are better. What I'd like to say is things are going to get better. And for the white male who doesn't have much, and finally someone is fighting for them. They've been suppressed. However, in President-elect Joe Biden, I think he could pick things up and do for the white American people. I think he could lead you just as good as Donald Trump, with professionalism, saying the right words at the right time, caring about the people completely, devoted his whole life for the people. He served us, the people, and he will serve us again into our future. I lost it. Hold on temporarily, people. I lost what I was going to read. This is President-elect Joe Biden's speech that he said earlier. I asked him for permission if I could say it on my show, and he okayed it. He said it was okay to put his speech on my show. So let me read again. This is from President-elect Joe Biden. And then at the end, I'll give you my response. At this hour, our democracy is under an unprecedented assault. An assault on the Capitol itself. An assault on the people's representatives, on the police officers sworn to protect them, and the public servants who work at the heart of our republic. An assault on the rule of law. An assault on the most sacred of American undertakings, the doing of the people's business. Let me be very clear. The scenes of chaos at the Capitol do not reflect the true America. This is not who we are. What we are seeing is a small number of extremists dedicated to lawlessness. This is not dissent. It is disorder. It is chaos. It borders on sedition. And it must end now. I call on this mob to pull back and allow the work of democracy to go forward. You've heard me say this in different contexts. The words of a president matter, no matter how good or bad that president is. At their best, the words of a president can inspire. At their worst, they can incite. To storm the Capitol, to smash windows, to occupy offices, and to threaten the safety of our duly elected officials is not protest. It is insurrection. The world is watching, and like so many other Americans, I am shocked and saddened that our nation, so long a beacon of light, hope, and democracy, has come to such a dark moment. Through war and strife, America has endured much, and we will endure here and prevail now. The work of the moment and the work of the next 4 years must be the restoration of democracy and the recovery of respect for the rule of law, and the renewal of a politics that's about solving problems, not stoking the flames of hate and chaos. America is about honor, decency, respect, and tolerance. That's who we are. That's who we've always been. The certification of the Electoral College votes is supposed to be a sacred ritual in which we affirm the majesty of American democracy. Today is a reminder, a painful one, that the democracy is fragile. To preserve it requires people of goodwill, leaders with courage to stand up, who are devoted not to pursuit of power and personal interest at any cost, but to the common good. Think of what our children who are watching are thinking. Think of what the rest of the world is looking at. For nearly 2.5 centuries, we the people, in search of a more perfect union, have kept our eyes on that common good. America is so much better than what we're seeing today. Watching the scenes from the Capitol, I was reminded of Abraham Lincoln's words in an annual message to the Congress whose work has today been interrupted by chaos. President Lincoln said, "We shall nobly save or meanly loss the last best hope of earth. The way is plain, peaceful, generous, just a way which, if followed, the world will forever applaud and God must forever bless." Our way is plain here, too. It is the way of democracy, of lawfulness, and of honor, respect for each other and for our nation. Notwithstanding what we've seen today, I remain optimistic about the incredible opportunities. There has never been anything we can't do when we do it together. And this god-awful display today is bringing home to every Republican, Democrat, and Independent in the nation that we must step up. This is the United States of America. President Trump, step up. May God bless America. May God protect our troops and everyone at the Capitol who is trying to protect the order. Thank you, Joe Biden. I would like to reiterate something to the American people, the ones who protest today. I understand your pain. I understand how something you received is being taken away. So you think. Mr. Trump is a person that you liked to have as your leader. He wasn't good for our country. He did what he was supposed to do. He did his job as requested of him. People who were part of going into the Capitol, I want to say this to you. What you are receiving from Donald Trump can and will be given to you by President-elect Joe Biden. I understand your pain. I understand how you feel. But Joe Biden is going to give you the same thing that Donald Trump, President Trump, has done for you, I promise. I live like all of you. There are things I like what Donald Trump did. A lot more things I didn't like what he did. But I can assure you, President-elect Joe Biden will give you what you need, what you want. I will make sure of that. Because if President-elect Joe Biden does good for me, that means he's going to do good for all of you. This is my response for Joe Biden's, President-elect Joe Biden's speech that he had today, that which I just reiterated now. I said, "Hi Joe, I will be doing a show and I plan to read the letter that you have just sent me. I will ask Vice President Pence to request him to remove the president from office. I don't think this would be considered to be a coup. It is his Republican Party reacting to a president of the Republican Party. I worry about the president who is no longer capable of doing the job accordingly. He is a dangerous man. Joe, President Trump wanted to have a war with Iran. Can he cause a war before he leaves? What other bad things will he do in these next 2 weeks? Do you dare to experience President Trump's wrath? How bad does it have to be to remove the president from office? Are the people afraid of any consequences that may happen to them if they remove the president from office? I reiterate, are the people afraid of any consequences that may happen to them if they remove the president from office? That's a question I cannot answer. But if it's doing the right thing, we can handle the consequences that might happen to us, which I don't suspect will happen. I want to thank you all for listening and watching. I'd like to say this, people, that's our democracy, speaking up. But remember, it should be done without violence. Thank you, everyone. May God bless our troops, and may God bless the United States of America, us. Thank you.